is definitely looking like it needs to be washed. And I think what I'm going to do today is damp style. Now, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I am obsessed with soaking wet styling. It is the way that I get my best curls. But recently, I've been watching some Jamie Jo videos, who has the most gorgeous hair, so voluminous, so shiny, and she swears by damp styling. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm going to try damp styling my hair, going to film my process, and we're gonna see how it comes out. And what we're also gonna do is compare to my wet styling results. So in the end, you guys are gonna let me know what you prefer. Do you like how the wet styling looks better or the damp styling? And we're gonna go head to head. But before we get into it, my name is Brittany, also known as Brit Curls on the internet, and nice to meet you. And here we do all things curly hair, and I must caveat that I don't usually come on here looking like this. But if you want to rock your best curls, make sure to tap that subscribe button down below, and don't forget to hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I post. Let's get into it. So I'm going to start by going in with this hair serum from Trader Joe's. So this has some great oils and some silicones, just an FYI. Next, I'm going to take AG Mousse Gel, and I'm just going to flip back and forth while raking this in, just to make sure that my entire head is coated and so that I don't miss a spot. Next, I'm going to separate my hair into two sections, and I don't have a clip here, so I just kind of like twisted my hair to get it off the bottom section. But I'm going to go in with my Denman brush and just kind of define each of these curl clumps and kind of distribute that product a little more. I will say I'm not the most experienced with the Denman, but every time that I have used it, I've gotten pretty good results. Anytime you see me walking over to the side, also, I'm looking in the mirror because I could not see what I was doing. So next I'm going to go in with a little bit more mousse, so just going to smooth this over because at this point I don't want to break up any of those nice clumps that I created, so no more raking from this point on. And I do some scrunching to just help my hair curl up a bit. Going to take a little bit more mousse for the other side. And lastly, I'm just going to scrunch in some gel. Just want to make sure that I'm getting some hold from this wash so that I get a little bit of a better cast. So next we're going to move on to diffusing. So I use the Extava Black Orchid diffuser and blow dryer. I'm just kind of starting with hover diffusing, and then I'm going to move on to, you know, your typical diffusing routine. But I did this for a lot shorter than I typically would just because my hair is so dry. But that's pretty much it. I like to air dry the rest of the way, so I put clips in, and there we go. Alrighty, so these are my results, and I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised. I really thought that this wasn't going to come out well at all. I'm going out to dinner tonight to like this outdoor dining situation, and I was like fully prepared to put my hair up in a hat, but I don't think that I'm gonna need to. Like, it honestly looks really good. That's great that I can actually wear my hair down today. Now I want to go through like a couple pros and cons. So the biggest pro is that this took like no time to dry. So you guys saw I blow dried most of the way dry, but then I air dried the rest of the way. Usually that air drying process does take a little bit of time, but the amount of time that it usually takes was cut in half with the damp styling. So that is definitely a huge plus for me. Another big pro is that my hair looks curlier in certain areas, especially like these underlayers, which is something that I really, really like, especially for the volume that I'm getting. Okay, so a couple cons. So first off, I really didn't get a cast with this wash. So I'm thinking that it's probably not gonna last me too long, but that could be just due to my inexperience with damp styling. I might have to experiment with different products. So that I'm kind of blaming more on myself. The other thing, and I'm not really sure if this is showing up on camera, but the other thing that I've noticed is that my hair looks a little bit lighter compared to when I soaking wet style. My hair looks a lot darker. And that, I'm guessing, is because my hair is just more hydrated when I style soaking wet. So that's just kind of like an interesting little thing that like the color of my hair looks a little bit different. So yeah, I'm honestly super surprised. I literally thought that I was going to come on here and be like major fail, but
Turns out I'm not. So yeah, I think that I'm gonna keep experimenting with this, and I honestly think that this sort of style might be in my back pocket for like a night in the post-pandemic future when I'm like going out. Like for example, anytime that I've gone out to say a bar, especially one that's like hot and sweaty, once again in, this is going to be in the distant future, but anytime that I've gone to a bar like that, it just like ruins my hair and I end up having to wash again the next day. So something like this where it like doesn't take a long time, it's kind of already a big voluminous look that I know is not going to last me multiple days, might be a good style to keep in my back pocket for a bar or a concert or things like that where I know that I'm just gonna like mess up my hair. So yeah, I'm excited to have another styling routine in my arsenal, and thank you to Jamie Jo for providing that wonderful styling routine for me to follow. So I'd love to know in the comments, which kind of styling routine do you prefer? Do you like to do a soaking wet styling or a damp styling routine? But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, whatever time it is. It is 5 p.m. for me, and I'll see you guys soon.